Don Bosco PU College, Chitradurga. Today we will discuss the subject accountancy for class 12. In that we will discuss the first chapter, not for profit organization. In this chapter we will discuss the meaning, definition of not for profit organization, characteristics of not for profit organization, receipt and payment account, format of receipt and payment account, and we will solve some problems. Along with that, we will also discuss some important terms are used in the not for profit organization. Let us move on first the meaning of not for profit organization. Dear students, not for profit organization means it is an organization that are used for the welfare of the society. It means these organizations are formed or established for the welfare of the society. Another definition is that these are the set up as a charitable institutions which function is to without any profit motive, and their main aim is to provide services to a specific group of the public at large. It means, my dear students, these organizations are meant for provide services to the public, not to earn any profit. So these type of the organizations are established to provide services to the society and the welfare of the society. That's it, not to earn any profit. Example, here we can give the many example for these type of the organizations like hospitals, schools, colleges, clubs, library, charitable institutions, and so on. Many examples are we can give for charitable not for profit organizations. Next we will move to the characteristics of not for profit organization. In that, the first one is, such organizations are formed for providing services to a specific group or a public at large, such as education, health care, recreation, sports, and so on, without any consideration of the caste and the color. Dear students, already I have told you that these organizations are meant for providing services to the society, not to earn any profit, and these societies are established without any consideration of the caste and the color. That's the first characteristics of the organization. Second one is, its sole aim is to provide services either free of cost or at nominal cost or at not to earn the profit. It means these organizations are the main aim is to provide the services either a free of cost, either a nominal cost, either not to earn the profit. Third one is, these are organized as a charitable trust or the societies. Already, dear students, I told you that these organizations are registered as a trust or the societies. Fourth one is, their affairs as usually managed by the managing or the executive committee elected by its members. It means the elective committee or the member, they will select or elect the managing or the executive committee. These executive committee or the managing committee that take care of these type of the organizations. Last and the fifth one is, the main source of the income of such organizations are. It means the income source are required for any type of the organization. Here also for the not for profit organization, they required some the income. For these organizations, the main income sources are subscription from the members. It means the members are get subscribed. The members should pay some amount. That amount is also considered as a income. Donation, it means some donations are received by the different people or any other organizations. Those organization donations considered as a income. Legacies consider as a gift. Legacies means the gift. In next slide we will discuss the some terms are there. We will discuss those terms. Legacies means gift, grant in aid, some grants from the government bodies, and income from the investment. These all are considered as the main characteristics of not-for-profit organization. Let us move to the next slide and some important terms here, dear students. In the not-for-profit organization, we will discuss what are the items are used in the not-for-profit organization. Already I told you that legacies are a gift or donation received by not-for-profit organization under a will on the death of a donor. Legacies are the gift received by the not-for-profit organization, okay, by the any type of the donor, okay, that the anything they have received, that it should be in the form of a gift or the donation. Those are called as the legacies. Next one is called as the endowment fund. Endowment fund, it is a money or property given by way of gift by a donor to not-for-profit organization. It means any donor, the given a property, either a money to the not-for-profit organization, that the money or the property are considered as a endowment fund. Third, the important terms are used in the not-for-profit organizations are the honorarium. Honorarium is the payment to a person for the services rendered by him to the concern or the organization. If any person provide or give the services to the not-for-profit organization, the organization will provide some money to those persons, that the amount is called as that payment is called as the honorarium. So honorarium is the payment to a person for the services rendered by him to the concern. Any services taken by the organization from the any person, that person, if they have paid any payment, that payment is called as the honorarium. And the fourth important term is the entrance fees. Entrance fees or the admission fees are received from the member on their services. It means the entrance fees received from the member or by the any other persons, and that should be considered as a entrance fees, and that entrance fees are received at the time of the admission. And fifth one is the special fund. If the fund is received for the any specific purpose, that the fund is called as the special fund, and these funds may be from the government bodies or from the any other persons or from the any other institutions. The fund is received for the any special purpose, that fund is called as the special fund. And the sixth one is donations. Again, the donations are classified into two types. One is the special donation, another one is the general donation. Special donation means any donations are received for the any specific purpose, to construct the any specific purpose or the any special purpose. If the donations are received, those donations are called as the special donation. Second one is the general donation. The donations are received by the persons and it is used for the any general purpose. Those donations are called as the general donation. So these all six are considered as the main important terms are used in the not-for-profit organization. Once again I will repeat, all these six items are used. One is the legacies, endowment fund, honorarium, entrance fees, special fund, and the donation. Okay, not only these six items are there, many items are used in the not-for-profit organization, but according to the syllabus, these all are considered as important terms are used in the not-for-profit organization, and all these items are also we will consider in the receipt and payment account. Okay, we will discuss in later. Next, we will move to the another concept called as the accounting records of not-for-profit organizations. Dear students, you know Either it's a profit organization or a not-for-profit organization. Both the organization, they should maintain their accounting records. Here also not-for-profit organization, they maintain the accounting records. That we will discuss how the accounting records are maintained. Okay, what type of the records are they maintain in the organization, we will discuss one by one. As stated earlier, normally such organizations are not engaged in any trading or the business activities. Students, already I have told you that these organizations are not engaged in the any business activity and the trading activity. The main aim is to provide services to the society, not to earn the any profit. In not-for-profit organization, the accounts are used. Okay, final accounts or the financial statements are used. We will discuss what are those final accounts. Final accounts of a not-for-profit organizations consist of: one is receipt and payment account, second one is income and expenditure account, and the balance sheet. These three accounts are used in the not-for-profit organization. First one is receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account, and the balance sheet. Okay, all these three we will discuss in the next slide. Receipt and payment account. It is prepared at the end of the accounting year on the basis of cash receipts and the cash payment recorded in the cash book. Student, you know cash book. In that cash book, the cash receipt and the cash payments are entered. By using those cash receipt and the cash payment, these accounts are prepared at the end of the every year. So, receipt and payment account are prepared at the end of the every year by the help of the cash book, cash receipt and the cash payment. Then what do you mean by cash receipt and the cash payment? We will discuss. Receipt meaning. A receipt is a written acknowledgement that something of value has been transferred from the one party to the another party. Receipt means it is a written acknowledgement that it will transfer from the one person to the another person. Then what do you mean by payment? Payment is a transfer of one form of goods, services, or financial assets in exchange for another form of goods, services, or the financial assets in acceptable properties that have been the previously agreed upon by the parties involved. It means whatever the amount is payable to the one party with the another party, that is considered as the payment. That payment either a goods, that payment either a services, or any the financial assets. Okay, payment means from the organization what we will given to the other person. Payment given to the other person. Receipt means what we will receive to the organization. Receipt, it is received. Okay, this is the receipt and the payment account. Receipt and the payment. Next we will move to the another concept. It means the receipt and payment account, the format. Here student, the format of receipt and the payment account. Receipt and the payment account consist of the two columns. One is the receipt side, another one is the payment side. Here the receipt and the payment for the year ended. For the year ended, we will consider the two types. One is if it is a financial year, we will write it as 31st-3/2000 something, or 2010, 12, 13, 2020, whatever it is. Okay, for the year ending. If it is a calendar year, we will write it as 31st-12, end of the December and end of the March. That is the for the year ending. And the receipt side we will write rupees, payment, and the rupees. This is a simple format of receipt and the payment account. Now we will move to the receipt and the payment account. It means what are the receipts and what are the payments in the not-for-profit organization. Students, they have written here receipt, what are the receipts and what are the payments. I have written here the receipts. Receipts are donations. Again I have told you that donations are classified into two types. One is the general donation, another one is the specific purpose donation. If the donations are collected for the general purpose, that donation is considered as a general donation. If the donations are collected for the specific purpose, that donation is considered as a specific purpose donation. Those donations are classified two types. This is donation is a receipt. Next one is the entrance fees. Already I have told you that entrance fees is collected from the members. It will enter to the organizations, or it will collected from the organization, not for profit organization. So it is considered as a receipt. Second one is legacies. Already I have told you that legacies means it is a gift. So it is received by the organization. So it is considered as a receipt. Legacies. Sale of investment. If the any investments are sold, it is considered as a receipt. Sale of fixed assets. If the any assets are sold, we will get some money. So it is considered as a receipt. Sale of fixed assets, any type of the assets. Subscription from the members. If the members get subscribed, he will pay some money. That amount is considered as a receipt. So subscription from the members. Life membership fees. Sale of old newspaper, sale of old sports material, interest on fixed deposit, interest or dividend on investment. Students, dividend means the some part of the profit received from the any institutions or the any organizations. It is called as the dividend. Dividend means the any part of the profit distributed to the shareholders. It is called as the dividend. So here the any dividend is received, it is considered as a receipt. So interest and dividend on investments both are considered as a receipt. Next, proceeds from the charity shows, sale of scraps, grant in aid, interest, dividend on specific fund investment, and miscellaneous receipts. Student, these all are considered as a receipts. Donations, entrance fees, legacies, sale of investment, sale of fixed assets, subscription from members, life membership fees, sale of old newspaper, sale of old sports material, interest on fixed deposit, interest or dividend on investment, proceed from charity shows, sale of scraps, grant in aid, interest or dividend on specific fund investment, and the miscellaneous receipt. These all are considered as a donation because these are a receipt. Donation is also considered as a receipt anyhow, and these all are considered as a receipt because these all received by the not-for-profit organization. It will enter to the organization or the institutions. So these all are considered as a receipts. Next, we will move on to the what are the types of the payments are used in the not-for-profit organization. Here, the some payments are there. Payment means the not-for-profit organization, they will pay to the third party or the any other party. So it is called as the payment. Payments are purchase of fixed assets, purchase of sports material. It means the any fixed assets are purchased or the any sports material are purchased by the not-for-profit organization, we have to pay. So it is considered as a payment. Next one is investment in securities, printing and stationery, postage and courier charges, advertisement expenses, wages and salaries, honorarium, already I have told you that, honorarium, telephone charges, electricity and water charges, repair and renewals, upkeep of playgrounds, convenience charges, subscription from periodicals, audit fees, entertainment expenses, municipal taxes, charity and the insurances paid. Why these all are considered as a payment means the not-for-profit organization, they will directly or the indirectly they will pay some amount or they will do the payment for the parties. So these all are considered as a payment. So these all are the example for the receipt and the payments. These receipts and the payments are used in the not-for-profit organization. Next, we will discuss the format of receipt and the payment account. Already I have told you that the format of the receipt account. Okay, here we will write those format the receipt and the payment account. Here is the receipt amount column, payment and the amount column. Two balance brought down. Okay, cash and the bank. Cash and the bank amount should be right in the inner column. In the problem, if they have given the cash, we should write the cash. If they have given the bank, we should write the bank. If they have given both the cash and the bank amount, we should write in the inner column, and we should total it and should write in the outer column. This is the format of receipt and payment account. Already I have told you that receipt is the one side, payment is the another side. Receipt, amount, payment and the amount. Here we will discuss the receipts. What are the receipts? Two balance brought down, cash, amount, bank and amount. Students, they have given the two items. Either they can give cash, either they can give a bank in the problem. If they have given a cash, we should write outer column directly as a cash. If they have given bank, directly we should write as a bank in the outer column. If they have given both the cash and the bank amount, we should write in the inner column, add it and we should write in the outer column. It means in the amount column. Next, revenue, receipts, subscription, general donation, sale of newspaper, sale of periodicals, sale of old sports material, locker rent, sale of scraps, proceeds of shows, miscellaneous receipts, entrance fees, grant in aid, capital receipts, legacies, life membership fees, special donations, sale of investment, sale of assets, endowment fund and to balance carry down, and we will also call it as the bank overdraft BOD. These all are considered as a receipt side we should write. Another one is the payment. Payment side we will write it as by balance brought down, or we will also consider it as a bank overdraft. BOD by revenue payment, wages and salaries, rent, sales and the tax, insurance, printing and stationery, postage, advertising expenses, sundry expenses, telephone charges, audit fees, honorarium, conveniences, newspapers and periodicals, repair charges, by capital payments, purchase of any type of the fixed assets, purchase of any type of the investments and fixed deposit. Next we will write by balance. Again here we should write the bank balance or the cash balance. If it is a only bank, we should write the by balance bank, or we should write the by balance cash. Okay, this is the format of receipt and the payment account. Next we will discuss some small problems based on the receipt and the payment account. Here the one problem is there. From the following information based on the data from the cash book given receipt and the payment account of Gordon Cricket Club for the year ended 31st March 2015. Here is the problem is there. They have given the some details and they have given the amount. Cash in hand on April 1st 2014 it is 20,000. Cash at bank on April 1 2014 it is 35. Subscription they have given for the 3 years, they have given the subscription 2013, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16. 13, 14 it is 30,000. 14, 15 it is 2,25,000 and 15, 16 it is 10,000. Overall the subscription is 2,65,000. Donation for the building 60,000, entrance fees it is 23,000, and so on. The many informations they have given, and by using this information, summary of the cash book, we will solve the problems. Let us move to the problems, how to solve or how to prepare the receipt and payment account. Students, already we know that the format of receipt and payment account. Here we will write the receipt and payment account for the year ended 31st/3/2015, because it is a financial year they have given all the informations. So here we should write the 31st March. Here we have written the receipt and payment account format: debit side receipts, credit side payment. Receipt side amount, payment and the amount. First we will see the what are the receipts they have given in the problems. Receipts they have given, anyhow we know either it's a cash in hand or cash at bank, it is considered as a receipt. They have given cash in hand as on April 1st 2014 they have given 20,000. So we have the amount in hand, that cash in hand, so it is considered as a receipt. So we have written the 20,000 as a cash in hand. And they have also given cash at bank as on April 1st 2014, it is 25,000. So cash in hand or cash at bank, both are considered as a receipt. So both these amount we are written in the receipt side. One is the 20,000, another one is the 35,000. Again they have given the subscription. Already students, I have told you that all the subscriptions are considered as a receipts. All the subscriptions are considered as a receipts. Here we are consider all the 3 years subscription: 2013-14, 14-15 and the 15-16. 30,000, 2,25,000 and the 10,000. Overall the subscription is 2,65,000. We have taken it as a receipts. Next one is donation for the building. Already I have told you that donation are considered as a receipts. So donations for the special purpose or the donation for the general purpose. Here they have given the donation for the special purpose to construct the building. So that donation for a building is considered as a receipt. They have given the 60,000. I have taken in the debit side, means a receipt side 60,000. Another one is entrance fees. Entrance fees, already have told you that entrance fees is considered as a receipt because we will receive that fees from the members. So it is considered in the debit side receipt. Entrance fees 23,000. Next one is life membership fees. Already have told you that life membership fees is considered as a receipt. It means we will receive some fees from the membership purpose. So it is considered as a receipt. It is 20,000 I have taken. Next, interest on the investment. All the investments are considered as a receipt. Okay, and those interest whatever we will receive, those interest on the investment, it is considered as a receipt. So I have considered that interest on investment on the debit side. It is 18,000. Next, government securities and the locker rent. Government securities and the locker rent. Locker rent is considered as a receipt side. Okay, that is also it is considered as a in the debit side. It is 42,000. So these all are considered as a receipt they have given, or we have divided in the from the help of the cash book summary. Next we will move to the what are the payments they have given with along with the some adjustments. Printing and stationery, already I have told you that either to print anything or to purchase any stationery we have to pay some money, or the payment we have to make. For that reason it is considered as a stationery in the credit side, 38,750. Lighting charges, it means either a bill, lighting bill, current bill, whatever it is, these all are considered as a payment. It means organization should pay for usage of the light or the current. So it is considered as a credit side payment. It is 26,250. Rent and the taxes, either rent means either it's a whatever the rent, either it's a locker, whatever the type of the rent it is, and all the types of the tax, okay, given to the government or to the any other concerned bodies, we have to pay either yearly, either a monthly. Okay, end of the year we should pay. So it is should be considered in the credit side. Payment, rent, rates and the taxes 17,000. Telephone charges, all the types of the bills are considered as a payment. Here also telephone charges is a bill. So telephone charges is also considered as a payment. Postage and the courier, wages and the salaries, insurance premium, we have to pay the insurance either a monthly, either a quarterly, either a half yearly, either a yearly. So insurance premium is also considered as a payment. Next, purchase of government securities, either a bond, either a whatever the type of the securities, if the organization want to purchase from the government, so it is considered as a payment. Another one is cash in hand. Already they have given at the end of the year, March 31st, 2015, it is 23,400. Cash at bank, they have given end of the year, 31st 3, 2015, 70,000. So cash in hand, if it is a year ending, it is a receipt. Cash in hand, it is end of the year, it is considered as a payment. So cash in hand in the beginning of the year, we have written in the debit side receipt, and cash at bank or cash in hand at the end of the year we have written in the credit side or the payment. If we add these two, both the debit and the credit side, we will get 4,83,000 both the side.